mercy potency of Lord Krishna to distribute Raja Prem has appeared on this day. Nityananda Prabhu appeared 13 years before the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the auspicious year of 1473 in the village of Ekachakra. Ekachakra is situated in Bengal in the province of Radha Desh. Upadesh means instruction, but Desh means the land of Radharani. So Radha Desh is the province or district. We are living in Vrindavan by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Vrindavan is in the district of Mathura. Nityananda Ram appeared in Ekachakra on this wonderful day of Trayodasi in the province of Radha Desh. This is significant. He could have appeared in the district of Navadvip. Many of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's associates appeared in Navadvip. And many appeared in Saptagram, and some appeared in other parts of India. But Nityananda appeared in Radha Desh because Nityananda is Balaram, and as we know, Balaram expands as Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari is the younger sister of Srimati Radharani. And if one wants to attain the Radha Desh, if one wants to attain the service of Radharani, the eternal service of Radharani, to live in the land of Radharani, to live in Radha Desh, because another name for Vrindavan is also Radha Desh. Brajabhumi is Radha Desh. It is the land of Radharani. As Prithu Prabhu mentioned, every wall contains the name Jaya Radhe. But we can see every wall contains the name Jaya Radhe, because with our eyes we can see. But the Siddha saints, like Vrindavan Das Thakur and Prabodhananda Saraswati, they have Divya Chakshush, transcendental vision. And they can see that not only every wall has the name of Sri Radha, which we can easily see, but every leaf of every tree is not only has the name of Radha written on it, but they can also hear the name of Radha. Every leaf of every tree is chanting Radhe, 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 Radhe. This is the land of Radha Desh. So Nityananda Prabhu appeared in Ekachakra in Radha Desh. So he, as being Radharani's younger sister, Ananga Manjari appeared in Radha Desh. Interesting. So Ananga Manjari is manifested as Nityananda, and as Nityananda, he is the foundation of the whole universe, and his expansion is Sankarshan. Everything is founded upon his energy. So the whole foundation of the spiritual world is on the basis of Nityananda's expansions as Sankarshan. Because Nityananda is Balaram, and Balaram expands as Sankarshan. So the whole foundation of not only the material existence, but the whole spiritual existence in the spiritual world is based on Balaram. So if we, as jivas who have emanated also from Balaram, as from Mahavishnu, we are part of Krishna, we are part of Balaram, who is Krishna. So if we want a foundation, if we want to establish our existence in the spiritual world, then we must attain the mercy of Guru Tattva, Sri Nityananda Prabhu. So he is that foundation. And that's to enter the spiritual world, to put our foot in the spiritual world, to even touch the spiritual world with the farthest regions of our mind or heart. Depends on the mercy of Nityananda. But that is not the end of the spiritual world. The spiritual world is vast and unlimited. Because Nityananda, his mercy, he is the original Guru Tattva. He appears, he's the Guru. But in order to enter the innermost heart of Nityananda, the innermost heart of Nityananda is the eternal service of Radha Govinda. Just like Balaram. Balaram, every atom every atom of Balaram's body is absorbed. He simply absorbed, every atom of his body is absorbed in arranging for the enjoyment of Radha and Krishna. And when he appears as Nityananda Prabhu, every atom of Nityananda's body is simply absorbed in arranging for the same pleasure of Radha Govinda. When Radha Govinda appear as Mahaprabhu, Rasaraj Mahabhav, Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So every atom of Nityananda Prabhu's existence is simply arranging for the seva and satisfaction of Lord Gauranga. So we establish our foundation by the unlimited mercy of Nityananda. We establish a foundation in spiritual life. And then as we pray to Nityananda, please, oh Nityananda Prabhu, please give me a particle of faith. Give me a particle of faith in Gauranga. Because by the mercy of Gauranga, then I can enter the innermost, topmost region of the spiritual domain. Brajadam, Braja Gokul. One of the few places in Prabhupada's purports, he refers to Vrindavan as Brajaloka. Well, often he says Krishna Loka, but you'll see 2 or 3 places he says Brajaloka, Brajloka, Krishna Loka, Brajloka. So to enter that plane, to enter that topmost, that is our aspiration. Our highest aspiration is to attain the eternal loving service of Radha and Krishna. And Nityananda Prabhu wants to give that. And he gives that by giving faith in Gauranga. Because Gauranga, without receiving the mercy of Lord Gauranga, we cannot attain Radha Govinda's eternal service. And that's what Nityananda Prabhu came to give. Lord Chaitanya came to give Radha and Krishna Prem, the Prem Seva of Radha and Krishna in the groves of Vrindavan, or as Prabhupada says, in the bushes of Vrindavan, in the Krishna book. So how do we get that mercy? So this is what Gauranga came to give, alright, but are we qualified to receive the mercy of Gauranga? Because Gauranga makes some selection. He makes some discrimination. He doesn't give the mercy to everyone. He has some selection. Sometimes he shows a little anger. Sometimes he's even willing to annihilate someone if they become an aparadi. If someone is a Vaishnava aparadi, Gauranga will neglect that person. He will ignore them and maybe even destroy them. There's numerous examples in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Devananda Pandit, Jagai and Madhai. So many, he would ignore them. But Nityananda, he would not ignore them. He's more generous. The generous aspect, that is Guru. Guru represents the generosity of God. In Hari Bhakti Vilas, one of the Lakshana of Guru is Vatsalya Bhav. The Guru's inner Sthayi Bhav, or inner eternal mellow relationship with Krishna may be Sakya Ras, or Vatsalya Ras, or Madhurya Ras, and Mandri Bhav, Gopi Bhav. That's his private, internal, confidential relationship. But externally, in his relationship in dealing with his disciples, he has to exhibit Vatsalya Bhav, which means affection. Motherly affection, protection, nourishment, care, guidance, correction, chastisement, reward, punishment. This is Vatsalya Bhav. So that generosity, that generous, that loving, affectionate aspect of God is embodied in Nityananda Prabhu. So he didn't want to destroy the Jagai and Madhai as Gauranga did. So so you can see Gauranga has some discrimination in who he gives his mercy to. But Nityananda doesn't discriminate anyone. He gives his mercy to the lowest section, to the most fallen. And when we attain his mercy, then we can approach Gauranga and get Gauranga's mercy. So this is continuation of what Prithu was saying about the mercy of Nityananda, that he establishes us in the spiritual domain. And the heart, what is the heart of Nityananda? Like we know Gauranga's heart. Gauranga's heart is Radharani's mercy, Radharani's bhavas and love. He's experiencing and he's distributing that. He's distributing Radha Bhav, Gopi Bhav. So what is in the heart of Nityananda? In the heart of Nityananda is that same eternal service at the lotus feet of Radharani. Because Nityananda is that Ananga Mandri. He is that younger sister of Radharani. So he says, yes, come, take this. As Prithu was saying, he would go door to door. Nityananda Prabhu was wandering on both sides of the Ganga. He was wandering this side, the bank of the Ganga, and that side. He was preaching the glories of Gauranga. And he was at every moment, he was serving Gauranga in every capacity. He was always with Gauranga, Nityananda. And he went to Puri with him. But then in Puri, Gauranga told Nityananda, listen, Nitai Prabhu, Nitai, I want to enter this deep mood. I want to relish my inner ecstasies in the mood of Radharani, this Mahabhav. And so, but at the same time, I have my mission to save the fallen souls. So you must help me. So this is often the case when the brother will ask his younger brother to please do something for me, for my benefit. And so, in a mood of humility, the younger brother will carry out that. So externally, Lord Nityananda appears to be 13 years older. But in this relationship, he's acting as a humble servant of Gauranga. Just as if Radharani was asking Ananga Manjari, please do some seva for me, do this, and she will do that, anything. So Nityananda, he sacrificed his own happiness and pleasure to be associating in Puri with Gauranga, and he went back to Bengal and he preached. He gave up that nectarian association of Lord Gauranga to preach. Because he knows the inner heart, and because that's his whole mood, is to serve Radha and Krishna's lilas, to serve them as Balaram. There's that one song, Akroda Nityananda Paramananda Mahajan. That he's glorified because when Nityananda appeared in other incarnations, when he came as Lakshman, Ramachandra's brother, when Nityananda came as Balaram, he showed some anger. He showed anger. So much anger, Balaram pulling Jamuna when he was intoxicated, Lakshman fighting. But Nityananda, he's Akroda Paramananda Nityananda Ram. He never Akrod, he never showed any anger at any time. Even when a pot was thrown on his head and his head was cracked, he didn't become angry. Hey, you know who I am? He never became angry. But did Gauranga become angry? Yes, he became angry. So he's Akroda Paramananda. In this manifestation, when Balaram came as Nityananda, he showed a very unique aspect. Generosity, magnanimity, unlimited kindness, and never any anger. Even when attacked and cracked and his life was threatened. This extraordinary combination of transcendental qualities embodied in Sri Nityananda Prabhu.